So, if any of you can identify the name of the song that's from, then comment it below. And if you're the first person to get it, then I'll go ahead and send you a little gift. Haven't decided what exactly it'll be, but I'll send you a nice little thing for guessing that song. So, today I wanted to talk about complex PTSD. Um, Now, complex PTSD is a term for a mental illness, and it's kind of an unfortunate name because there's already the mental illness PTSD, and so when you hear complex PTSD or CPSD, you immediately think, okay, this must be similar to PTSD. Um, and it sort of is, but it's so different that I think a lot of what you think of when you think of PTSD, you have to kind of throw away and forget about. Um, the the main difference between PTSD and complex PTSD, I would say that the thing about complex PTSD is it happens very early in life. Um, the way I think about it is CPSD almost has to do with traumas inflicted during the earliest of development, so from ages 0 to 3, 0 to 5, and they're traumas that are inflicted by the caregivers. So, us as mammals, we have, when we grow up, we have a very important relationship with a caregiver, and so the caregiver relationship is what allows us to feel safe. And so if the mammal, the human being, the squirrel, whatever, has a strong caregiver relationship that they feel safe in, then that will allow the organism to go out and experience danger and be well adapted to it, but then it'll be able to go back and feel safe. With PTSD, what happens is the organism has a caregiver relationship, but something about it, for whatever reason, uh, the the child doesn't feel completely safe in that relationship. And so what happens is the organism develops like a chronic sense of danger, a chronic sense of on edge, um, is unable to fully relax, and is unable to properly play with other mammals or other whatever it can play with. So um, and you see this with people. Some people are able to play and have fun with even like a dog. Some people, but other people might not be able to play with the dog, and they kind of have to pretend to play with the dog so that the other people in the area can see, oh yeah, he's playing with the dog, I guess, because it's socially unacceptable uh, to not play with the dog. Um, but you can kind of tell like this person isn't really having fun, and and so that kind of gets into play and the importance of play. Um, and so I myself, I've basically lost the ability to play with other people. Um, like I can remember all the way back to second grade, in recess. Uh, I remember like it was kind of like an unfortunate situation because um, I moved schools for second grade. The elementary school I went to had this policy where you did kindergarten and first grade, but then you did second grade at a different school because the school that I went to for kindergarten first grade didn't have a second grade. And I think it was somewhat intentional because they thought it would be good for the students to experience an inner city elementary school. And it wasn't technically an inner city school that I went to second grade, but it was in a it was in like a poor area of town, and so I think they thought it would be good to expose the kids to that. But I do have distinct memories of just being unable to fit in, and a lot of times people attribute that to like shyness, um, and that's just maybe like you might say, oh, that's just the child's nature. He's just naturally shy, but for me, I really look at it as like a trauma, a person's inability to play, because I think we're all basically we're all born with the ability to get along with strangers and play with other strangers, as long as as long as they show similar ability. And but through childhood experiences and our relationships with our primary caregivers, that shapes our ability to feel comfortable enough to play, because in order to play with other people you have to have a certain level of comfort. Otherwise you're just pretending, and maybe I could have engaged with the other recess kids if I had pretended uh, pretended to pretended to be like I was having fun. I could run around and follow them. Haha, look at me, I'm with you guys having fun. But on the inside, I still don't feel safe enough to actually play. So, yeah, complex PTSD. I think it's an issue that affects a lot of people. And yeah, hopefully we can all work through it.